Here we go. We have our first official book review of Are You a Snow Leopard? We're very honored that our book was reviewed by Ms Bharati Silawal Giri. So, who is she? She is from Nepal and she started off her career as a radio journalist, after which she also is one of the founding members of the human rights organization in Nepal. And let's say for the last 30 years, her primary focus has also been and experience has been in mainstreaming gender equality and social inclusion. She does a lot of consultancy work, and it was a pleasure for us to be able to send her this book, and to get her thoughts on what she thought of Are You a Snow Leopard? So I wanted to do this quick video also to just to highlight a couple of things that she mentioned, and also to, share our reflections on what she shares. So first of all, it was really great to see that, the illustrations that we have in the book, and the fantastic work that Kanchan has done, right, has really come through, right? Because it's one thing to write a story, based in some place, but it's another thing to be able to convey that environment, right? So that the little readers or the caretakers, that they can actually envision, this is maybe how it, looks like in the Himalayas, the mountains, the lakes, even the nitty-gritty details of the little birds that are there. Or the prayer flags that we have. So it was really great to see this also coming across in Miss Paratiji's reflections. She did point out that maybe we should have, mentioned a bit regards to, where, or let's say the origins of the Nepali names that we use in the book. And indeed, actually, in the back part of the book, you will come across query van. So you can scan the code there. And on our website, we explain each of the names related to the characters, right? So let's say for Hyuko, our main character, Hyuko means from snow. And that's basically, how we got, inspiration, right? So for each of the characters, based on the characteristics, we've picked a very interesting name. Secondly, another point that she also really highlights is unity and diversity, right? So, even though we had two, snow leopards in the book, our journey there was also that even though we're different, we're still all kind the same, right? So that is kind of an important reflection to make. And here she also really highlights it by saying, treating everyone in the same manner will not lead to equality. Instead, it will create more inequality and entrenched discrimination. So, the good thing about the book is that even though it is, simple, the storyline is simple, we want to just engage the children. I think as teachers or parents or, aunts and uncles, grandparents, as you sit down with the kids to kind of really look through and reflect on this book, there are a lot of angles and a lot of discussions that you can have with children, as they're going through, school, meeting different people, coming across different cultures. So this is also, part of the book that we really wanted to highlight. I think here what was really sweet to see was, and I'll read it out, right? Although the quest of Huko, the snow leopard, starts with her loneliness, her encounters with different species along the way demonstrates love, friendship, kindness, respect, humility, caring, and trust for each other, even if they are an odd bunch. Most importantly, it reflects coexistence among them, which is the fundamental bedrock of peace. So indeed, I hope for those of you who have, gotten the book and, read through it with your kid as well, that you and have been able to kind of grasp that message that we're also trying to convey through this book. you know, she also mentions, the cognitive learning and the knowledge management piece, right? Which is really what we wanted, that each of our book that you have, comes with a section called Query Van, right? Where we then have questions that we want you to go through, or that, you kind of have this experience of learning more about the characters, or having discussions, right? So this is then an interface on our website that you can go through and learn more about. It was good to read these reflections and thoughts by Ms Bharati Silawal Giri, and we hope you all also kind of, look through it, tell us your thoughts, share us your testimonials. We're on a learning journey as well, so we really want to hear your voice as we're experiencing this as well. So thank you very much, and hope to see you guys around. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
A lonely snow leopard named Hugo often thought to herself, "I wish I had a friend." One day, she decides to go find one. Come along with Hugo on an adventure across snowy mountains and vast valleys to find a friend like her. Who will she find along the way? Hugo is not quite sure herself. Are You a Snow Leopard? Written by Sandra Shivani Vandushpark, illustrated by Kanchan Buratuki, and presented by Vandushpark Creative Works. Hop onto a query van to learn more about Hugo and her friends.